This video is sponsored by Sathali Srikanth. If you like his content, please consider subscribing, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, let's understand what are CSS variables. Okay, so here in my HTML, I have three divs with h1, h2 and h3. Okay, now let me go to CSS. Here first, let me take a div and add background color to it, which is aqua, something. And let me write here h1 and let me give color as red. Okay, something. And now let me copy this one and let me paste it here. Okay, and let me change this to h2 and this to h3. Okay, awesome. Let me go to browser. Yeah, so far this is good. So guys, the problem with this approach is that let's say we have hundreds of headings in our web page, right? And tomorrow we have decided to change the theme of our web page and we have decided to change the color from red to black. Now in that case, I can't go to each heading tag and change the color from red to black, right? And not only these guys, we will have buttons in our web page which uses common background color, and we'll have cards in our web page with some common width and height. Now tomorrow, if we have decided to change the width and height of those cards and we have decided to change the background color of those buttons, I can't go to each button and I can't go to each card to change the things, right? That is not correct approach. Okay, so the only solution to this problem is using CSS variables. Okay, but the question is, in general, what is a variable? So guys, a variable is nothing but like a container which will hold a value, right? For example, if a bottle is a variable, the water or the milk inside that bottle is a value. Okay, so that is all about variable. Now let's see how can we use CSS variables. Okay, so for example, let's say I'll write here something called heading color. Okay, I'll write here heading color. And what I'll do is that I will assign it a value called yellow. Okay, yellow, simple. Now this is the variable name, this is the water bottle, and this is the value like water. Okay, now I can use this, I can distribute this water bottle to everywhere, and tomorrow if I want to change from water to milk or milk to alcohol, I can change it in one place and everywhere the same thing will repeat, right? That is a good approach, right? So I'll come here and I will write heading color, heading, and then I'll write here color color. Now this will not work unless I am the one who developed CSS. So let me remove this one. Now the question is how to create variables in CSS. Okay, so for that we have a special syntax. Let me comment this one. Yeah, so the syntax is, let's come here. Yeah, so we need to put colons and we need to write something called root. Okay, root, and inside this, let's take curly brackets. You need to create a variable and you need to write its value. Okay, so to create variable, the syntax is again, let's put two hyphens or two dashes, whatever, I don't know, and let's put the name. What is the name? Heading color. So let's write here heading color, and that is equal to, let's write here red. Okay, simple. Sorry, let me remove these quotes. Okay, yeah, and after this, let's write one more variable. Let's take div color. Okay, something div color, and that is equal to aqua. So AQUA, aqua. Okay, I hope spelling is correct. Yeah, awesome. Now instead of writing aqua here manually, let's use variable. Let's refer the variable. So we have written variable name and we have written value. Now how to access that variable in all the places? How to access this red color water? How to access water using water bottle, right? So we have a special function, special method, that is var. So let's write here var and let's open square brackets, and this will take one value or one parameter, that is variable name. So let's write here div color. Okay, div color. Likewise, here also we can replace this with var, and instead of actual value, let's use variable. What is the variable name? Heading color. Okay, simple. Now let me copy this one and let me paste it here. Yeah, and here also let me paste it here. Yeah, awesome. Now if I go to browser, yeah, looks good. Now I'll come here and I will change this from red to, let's say, blue. Okay, now see what happens. If I go to browser, you see all the headings changed from red to blue. So this is the power of variables, guys. This is what the benefit variables will provide to us. Okay, and these are not only limited to headings, guys. You can use variables for all the properties like font size, width, height, padding, margin, anything. Okay, so for now let me create one more variable. So let me write here font size. Okay, font size, and let me give it 30 pixel. Okay, yeah, awesome. Now I'll come here and I will write font size. Okay, font size as variable, var function, and then let's take font size. Okay, maybe let's make it to 40. Okay, yeah, 40. Now if I go to browser, you see we got this in big size. Okay, one thing is guys, if you are writing something in this root class, if you are writing something inside this root, that means they are accessible to every element. Okay, now let's say I want to have a variable that is limited to only h1. Okay, in that case I can come here, I can write hyphen, let's give a variable. What is the variable? Color. So let me write here color, and let me write the value will be yellow. Okay, simple. Now what we'll do is that let's come here and let's remove this one and let's write color. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is that I am creating a variable inside my h1 and I'm using it inside here only. Okay, so if I go to browser, you see we got yellow color. Now let me show you an interesting thing. What I'll do is that instead of this in h2, I'll remove this one and I'll write color, color, color. Okay, I'm using this variable. Now if I go to browser, you see that yellow color is not applied. Why? Because I have created that variable inside this only. So the scope of that variable is inside this only. It will not be accessible outside. Okay, that is the difference between scope level variables and global level variables. And there is one more thing guys. Let's say you are trying to access a variable which doesn't exist. So for example, let me write here 3, div color 3. We don't have that, right? In that case, what we can do is that we can write a comma and we can provide a fallback value or a backup value. So I can write here pink. So basically what I'm telling is that if this variable is not there, please use this pink color or please use this value. Okay, so if I go to browser, you see, since we don't have the div color 3, we got the pink color, we got the backup value. Okay, first I have told this will take only one value, but actually this will take 2 values. This is the second value. Okay, and there is one last thing guys, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, so here let me create a container. So let dot container, and inside that let's write a paragraph tag, and let me write here hi I'm para. Okay, something, and let me come to CSS, and here first let's check that container. Okay, so let me take the container class, and inside this first what we'll do is that let's change this div color to bg color. We always have to use relevant names to our variables guys. Okay, so I'll write here bg color, and here also you can use some other relevant name. Okay, what I'll do is that let's create a variable and let's name it bg color. Okay, I'm gonna name it as bg color again, and the value should be yellow. Okay, so the value is yellow. Let's write p here, and inside that let's write color, and let's use here hyphen bg color. Okay, sorry, here we need to write one more o. Okay, yeah, awesome. And let's write here background color. Now tell me guys, what is the background color of this paragraph? Is it gonna be yellow or is it gonna be aqua? Okay, so let's check that. If I go to browser, we got background color as yellow. That means we got this color. Now let's say I want to use here the same thing. I want to use here hyphen bg color, and let's use here background color. Yeah, now tell me what this h3 will get. Is it gonna get aqua or is it gonna get yellow? So let's check that. Yeah, you see guys, our h3 got aqua. So what is happening here is that if you create a variable with same name as root level variable, and if you write a value, all the sub elements or all the children of that element, that means container, will not go to root element. Okay, they will just refer to their parent, which is yellow. Okay, and this will not be same in case of others, because this h3 is different, it's independent. So when you write here bg color, it will not go to container because it's not inside the container, so it will refer to the root element. Okay, this is one more thing I want you guys to understand. So this is about variables guys. I hope you guys got the clarity. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.